All right, buckle up, folks, because what I am about to tell you is going to make your blood boil. Kamala Harris and her puppet master, Joe Biden, have been caught in what might be the biggest jobs lie in American history. We're talking about 818,000 jobs that they claim to have created, but don't actually exist. It's not a typo. 818,000 phantom jobs. But wait, it gets even worse. Now check this out. Are you listening? While Kamala's been cooking the books on jobs, gold prices have soared past $2,400 an ounce. It's not just about shiny metal, folks. It's about protecting your future from their lies and incompetence. Global Gold Investments is offering a lifeline with their 5-year IRA fee waiver program. Don't let Kamala's fake economy destroy your savings. Call 888-700-4148 now, or visit IRAGoldproof.com. The link's in the description. Mention Next News, and they'll treat you like the VIP that you are. Remember, when politicians lie, gold tells the truth. Okay, now let's get into this top story. Vice President Kamala Harris says she's going to wait until January, if elected, to bring down the cost of groceries.
We believe in a future where we lower the cost of living for America's families. And when I am president, I will bring down the cost of groceries by making sure markets are competitive and fair.
That's the funniest thing. She says she's going to wait until January, if elected, to bring down the cost of groceries. The announcement came during Harris's rally in Wisconsin. But she's, of course, president now, right? Why can't she do it now? She's currently the vice president of the United States.
We believe.
Oh, that's gotta hurt right there. Now, Vance. We got all this stuff about Vance. Let's stay on topic here real quick before we get to Vance's remarks. Legacy media's election interference. Harris coverage, 84% positive, 89% negative. That's what you're getting from ABC, CBS, and NBC, the dying media. Harris not leading in a single battleground state, according to a new poll. But here is the story. Biden-Harris administration just forced to admit they overstated job creation.
Manufacturing, a huge revision down, 818,000 fewer jobs. This is basically the government's overstated the amount of people in the workforce. And even when you look under this, manufacturing was down 115,000 people. So this is a revision down, a significant revision down, the largest in 15 years that we've seen. And it basically says that the government has now overstated the amount of people who are working in this workforce. It shows weakness in the job markets over the past year that we didn't realize was there, but now we know is there. So again, 818,000 overall jobs down, manufacturing down 115,000 in this. And if you just wrote construction, down 45,000. So these numbers are huge numbers in revisions down.
Huge numbers. And of course, the campaign, the Harris-Biden Commerce Secretary, Gina Raimondo, says she doesn't even believe the new government data, and she actually tries to deflect it, blaming Trump. Listen to this.
For this, when you hear that, do you potentially think that this new numbers could be a liability for this campaign?
No, when I hear that, first of all, I don't believe it because I've never heard Donald Trump say anything truthful.
It is, though, from the Bureau of Labor.
I'm not familiar with that.
When you hear
How funny is that? She just automatically, well, Donald Trump said it, so it must be a lie. Oh, no, that's from the Bureau of Labor. Oh, I'm not familiar with that just yet. Oh. Yeah, so back to that real quick. Elon Musk did post that 84% positive. He said, wow. Donald Trump weighing in.
Before we begin, I want to address the massive scandal around the revised job numbers that were just announced this morning, a little while ago, just before I came up, I got to see him, and it really isn't a revision. It's a total lie. Total lie. There's never been any revision like this. They wanted it to come out after the election, but somehow it got leaked. It got leaked. Government leaks, too. The Harris-Biden administration has been caught fraudulently manipulating job statistics to hide the true extent of the economic ruin that they've inflicted on America. The new data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics shows that the administration padded the numbers with an extra, listen to this one, 818,000 jobs that don't exist. So they said they existed, and they never did exist. They built them up so that they could say what a wonderful job they're doing. No, we've never had numbers like this. Before we begin...
Total fabrication. Donald Trump also weighing in on Truth Social, calling it a massive scandal. Harris-Biden administration been caught fraudulently manipulating job statistics to hide the true extent of the economic ruin they've inflicted upon America. New data from Bureau of Labor Statistics shows the administration padded the numbers with an extra 818,000 jobs that don't exist, never did. The real numbers are much worse than that, and if Comrade Kamala gets another 4 years, millions of more jobs will vanish overnight. Inflation will completely destroy our country. Your savings will be wiped out. With the Trump victory, we will once again have the greatest economy in history. And let's take a look at what J.D. Vance is saying. Oh, this is related to Kamala Harris chickening out of the Fox debate.
President, you ought to do that. Of course, Kamala Harris announced this morning that she's running from the Fox News debate. And what a disgrace it is for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz to talk tough, but then to run from the American people's questions, to run from these debates. I think if you want to be the vice president or the president, you ought to do as many debates as you can, because that's an opportunity to actually talk to the American people and make your pitch to them. My approach for the one debate that it looks like I'm going to have with Tim Walz is just to keep it focused on policy. You know, this is a guy who supported the rioters in Minneapolis as they burned down that city to the ground. This is a guy who supported policies that would defund the police, that have raised the price of groceries and of energy for American families. And I just want anybody who watches that debate to come away with it with a recognition that I know what it's like to deal with some of the problems and some of the bad policies of Kamala Harris. And we're going to make things better if the American people trust us with the opportunity to do so. And so that's how I'm going to keep it focused, and that's what I'm going to focus my preparation on. Instead of
So we've got some more on those job numbers, the fake job numbers.
The range, the range of how many jobs they would take away for a variety of reasons. Maybe the largest is the birth-death model for businesses was going to be somewhere between 350,000 and 1 million. It comes in at 818,000. Now,
Unbelievable. 818,000 jobs. They lied to every American. Trump's senior advisor, Kamala Harris, is currently in office. There's no day one for Kamala.
Or Biden's winning. You can only spew those untrue attacks because you can't talk about Kamala's winning record or Biden's winning record. You know, they would try, but immediately they'd pivot to, well, gosh, the economy is still terrible. We need more housing that's affordable. We need to bring down grocery prices. And that's the reality of what Americans are facing. Kamala Harris is currently in office and currently failing. There is no day one for Kamala because she does not deserve the promotion she is looking for.
I agree. She does not deserve the promotion at all. And what are folks on the ground saying?
If we're going to be helping others, we also have to make sure the citizens of the city are, in a better position than they were in past years.
They were sleeping in front of the police station, and come on, the police station is like where you go to get protected, and all these people are like just there, and it was always dirty.
It's not just families and stuff. It's a lot of people who just get out of jail. Also, gang members from Venezuela. So I don't agree. We have enough issues here already, and our mayor, our governor, they're not understanding that.
Yeah, and some Democrats here in Chicago say immigration needs to be talked about more here at the DNC.
I'd love to hear an apology from Kamala Harris. As borders are, you allowed nearly 8 million people to manipulate our asylum process. I know I'm not going to get that, but I also want to know and hear some recognition of we have to do something that fixes the front door so that everyone isn't relying on the back door to get into this country.
If we're going to be helping others.
Goodness. Let's see what Tim Walz is saying.
Diplomacy. It means something to have a president who's not afraid to go into hostile territories, tell a few jokes, and actually engage in diplomacy. That preserves peace. While all these Democrats lied about Donald Trump being the candidate of nuclear war, Donald Trump is the person who prevented nuclear war. And if we're not careful, Kamala Harris is going to walk us right into nuclear war. We got to kick her out and not give her a promotion to President of the United States.
Amen.
It is hard to make sense of Kamala Harris's foreign policy, especially when she explains it like a third grader who didn't study for a class presentation. Now, I will admit it is hard to
this is all today in
have a
North
different
Carolina.
message to all the criminal illegals who flooded across Kamala's wide open southern border. Pack your bags, because in 6 months you are going home.
Six months. Goodbye.
State of North Carolina, we're going to send a message to the corrupt leaders of this country. We do not need a president selected by power brokers. We need a president for the people, and that's why we're going to send Donald J. Trump back to the White House.
And that's exactly what Kamala Harris is. Selected by the power brokers, never receiving one primary vote. Pushed out. They push out Joe Biden. I'm talking about Barack Obama, installing Kamala Harris. Now they're at the DNC, singing her praises. This is an entire communist takeover right in front of you. Right in front of you. They're already talking about price fixing. Yeah, that's a communist, a measure of communism right there. So there you have it. Kamala Harris, the woman who wants to be your next president, as well, caught red-handed in a massive jobs fraud. But here's the real question. If they're willing to lie about something as fundamental as job numbers, what else are they lying about? Our borders? Oh, yeah, they're secure. Our safety? Oh, yeah, there's police in every corner, but only at the DNC. Our very way of life? It's all a facade. Now, friends, this is not just about statistics. It's about trust. And Kamala Harris has just proven she doesn't deserve yours at all. Drop a comment. We'll see you at the next report.